morning, dears. Last time we have completed up to question number 10 from exercise 6b. Look at the question number 11. It says, show the following numbers are in continuate proportion. What is the meaning of continuate proportion? Already I have told you. It means A is to B is equal to B is to C. We have only three numbers. Question number 11, we have 4, 12 and 36. Is it? Continuate proportion is equal to 4 is to 12. Proportion with 12 is to 36. But this 12 is written as a mean proportion. Now what do we know? We know product of extreme is equal to product of mean. Do we know this? So therefore we will be writing 4 into 36 is equal to 12 into 12. It is 144. It is 144. So we'll write yes, they are in continuate proportion. Continuate proportion. Now number B you have to do, I am not going to do. Question number 12. A is to B is 7 is to 9 and B is to C is 9 is to 11. Then find the ratio of A is to B is to C. What does it mean again? A is to B is to C means A is to B, B is to C. Look at 12. A is to B is equal to 7 is to 9. B is to C is equal to 9 is to 11. So what we can write? A by B 7 by 9 and B by C is equal to 9 by 11. The value of B is equal 9. So what we can write? A is to B is to C is equal to 7 is to 9 is to 11. If it is not equal, we have to convert the value of B equal. Is it? Now already it is given equal. If it is not, as example I am teaching you. Same thing, A is to B. Example, if the value of B is not equal. Okay dear? A is to B, if it is given 3 is to 7. And B is to C, it is given what? 5 is to 8. Clear? Now here A by B what we have? Find A is to B is to C. Now how to find it? Now see, A by B we have got 3 by 7 and B by C we have got 5 by 8. Now the value of B is 7 and value of B is 5. So what we are going to do? We have to get the LCM of 7 and 5. It's not divisible with any number, so this will be 7 into 5, 35. Clear? So we have to make this 7 as 35 and we have to make this 5 as 35. So what we can write it? Into 5, up and down we have to do it. So this gives you 15 is to 35. And this 5 to make it 35 we have to multiply with 7. So this gives you 35 by 56. Now we got the value of B same. So therefore A is to B is to C will be 15 is to 35 is to 56. This question is not there in your book. This is extra I have taught you. When the value of B is not equal, for the book question you have value of B which is equal 9. But if it is not equal, this example you can see AB is 3 is to 7, BC is 5 is to 8. Now how to make it A is to B is to C? What we have to do? We have to make the value of B equal. How to make the value of B equal? While getting the LCM of the values of B. So 7 and 5 is LCM. Both the numbers are prime, we know. So what we have to do? We have to multiply it. Then this 7 has converted into 45 and 5 is also converted into 35. When we converted 7 into 35, we have to convert the numerator. The similar way, when we converted 5 into 35, we have to convert the denominator as well. So the final will be 15 is to 35 is to 56. question number 13. Here they have eliminated B. How to eliminate B? You just see A by B into B by C. This B is eliminated. We are left with A is to C. The same thing we have to do it here for question number 13. Clear? Here we converted B as a mean proportion. And the question number 13, we have to eliminate B. 13 is given A is to B, 13 is to 19, and B is to C, 19 is to 11. So A is to C is equal to what? We know, you write, we know A by B into B by C is equal to A by C. Is it? So therefore 13 by 19 into 19 by 11 is equal to A by C. This 19 is cancelled. 13 is to 11 is equal to A is to C. We got the answer. Now question number 14. Fill in the blanks. A is to B is equal to B is to C. Then A, B, C are in continuous proportion. 4, 9, X and 18 are in proportion. So value of X will be first and last LCM is 18 4s are 72. So 9 8s are 72. 8. If two ratios are equivalent, then the ratios are said to be proportion. 8 is to X is to 8 is equal to 15 is to 24. It gives you X is equal to 5. Similarly, number 5 is also X is equal to 5. And number 6 is, they are, if A is to B is to C, then B is called mean proportion between A and C, because A is to B is to C means A is to B in proportion with B is to C. Now, next we have unitary method. Just fill in the blanks. You can write it in the copy. You don't need to solve, just only write the answers. Next we have unitary method, and in this unitary method of ratio we have two variations, that is direct and inverse. What does it mean? Direct variation and inverse variation. Direct variation means both are increasing. Just example, if you have purchased one book in 10 rupees, so 3 books will be in 30 rupees. Why? The number of book is increasing, so cost is increasing. Is it? Or it may be both are decreasing. As example, if you read less, you'll get less mark. Is it? Both are decreasing. You have decreased your studying time, you are getting less marks. If you eat less, your weight will be reducing, because you have reduced your food, so your weight is reduced. So if the case where both the terms increases or both the terms decreases, just example, book cost, one book 30 rupees. So 5 books will be 5 into 30, 150 rupees. One book was 30, so 5 book is 150. So number of book is increasing. Cost is also increasing. So this is called direct variation. Come for the decrement. This again with the book and cost only. Book cost. 10 books, 1000 rupees. So one book will be how many rupees? 100 rupees. So this is decreasing. So this is also decreasing. If both increases, two terms or both decreases, then it is called, what does it called? It called direct variation. Both the terms are increases or both the term are decreases, then it is called direct variation. But if one term is increasing and the second term is decreasing, that is called indirect variation. Now you will say, ma'am, how can it come? How one term is increasing and another term is decreasing? That comes in the case of speed, time and distance and the number of people working. Just example, you are coming school every day. If you come by cycle, you take 20 minutes. If you come by car, you reach in 10 minutes. Why? Because the speed of car is more. If the speed of car is more, you should take more time because both should increase, but it not happens. What happens? You increase your speed and you decrease your time. The destination, the time to reach your destination is decreased while your speed is increased. So it is there. This is called indirect variation. When the speed is increasing, the time decreases, and when the time increases, speed decreases. Is it? Now, if I have told you to clean this classroom, you take 3 periods alone. But if whole class together you clean this classroom, within 15 minutes you can complete, or 20 minutes you can complete. Why? Because the work is divided into 40 students. So more people work in the less time and the less people work in more time. So these are 2 examples where we use indirect variation. Have a look. Just distance is 4 kilometers. Clear? Your school to your home. Speed, time. Clear? Now, if you come at the speed of 8 km per hour, so time will be 4 by 8 hours or 1 by 2 hours, half hours. Is it? This is by cycle. And if you come by car, your speed is 40 kilometers per hour. By half hour means we can write it in minute, that will be easier, 30 minutes. Clear? If you come by 40 kilometers per hour, time will be 40 by 4. Sorry, 4 by 40 hours. 1 by 10 hours. Convert into minute, 6 minutes. Why? It was 8, it is 40. Speed is increasing, is it? Is it increasing or not? But time, you were taking 30 minutes, you are taking 6 minutes. So what happens to the time? Decreasing. So this is called indirect variation. What is called? Indirect variation. This is examples of direct and indirect variations, dear. Okay. Now what we have to do when we use it for the ratio, in that case, we have to make the boxes in the direct variation, we write as it is, and indirect variation, the right column, we write in the reverse way. Just have a look what I am saying, that I should write, then you can understand. Just example. If the weight of 18 or simple money, the cost of 8 gift boxes is 1600. What will be the cost of 18 gift boxes? This is gift boxes. This is cost. 8 gift boxes is 1600 rupees. Is it? So 18 gift boxes, let the cost be X rupees. Let the cost of 18 boxes be rupees X. Clear? Now I have to make this columns. What is this? You will decide whether it is direct or indirect. 8 box 1600, 18 boxes, it will be more or less. It will be more. This is direct. So what we are going to do, if it is direct, 8 by 18 is equal to 1600 rupees by X. Now go for the cross multiplication. 8x is equal to 1600 into 18, or X is equal to 1600 into 18 rupees by 8. So X is equal to 3600 rupees. This is called direct variation. This is, and this is a direct. And if it is indirect, this example, this is direct example I have showed. If it is indirect, that is 12 people can finish a project in 7 days. Number of days and number of people work. Clear? People. 12 people can finish the project in 7 days. 7 days, how many people? 12 people. So how many people will be required to finish the same project in 3 days? Next option is 3 days, X people. Okay? Let the number of people be X. Now you will say me whether it is a direct variation or indirect. 7 days, 12 people. Now work has to finish earlier, so we have to apply more people. Then only work can be finished earlier. Is it? So it is indirect variation. So in this case, what we do? We write it as it is, and this we write in reverse order. What we will be writing? 7 by 3 as it is, but this side will be writing in reverse order, X by 12. Maybe the last time I have drawn arrow something, but it was like that. In the last time it was 7 by 3 is equal to 12 by X as it is if direct. But if it is indirect, the thing what we have to find, that will be written in reverse order. Clear? 7 by 3 as it is, but it is not written 12 by X, it is written X by 12. So this gives you 3X is equal to 12 into 7, or X is equal to 12 into 7 by 3. You can see the examples, so many it is given to your book. So many examples are given in your book. So there are 28 people required. You can understand it in a better way. Already it is explained, but once you go through the revision, examples, you can understand it in a better way. So next day we will be solving this next exercise, that is exercise 6.63. Till then you just have a look on this variations, direct variation and indirect variation. Okay? Thank you.